for the coming of Grimshale, the tide rolls heavy and wide. With scales of fire and eyes of ember, will weather this old world's stride. Don't you fear for the coming of Grimshale, don't you fear for your life. Don't you fear for the coming of the gaslighters, armed to defend through the strife. Down in the caves where the shadows creep, we forge our courage in flame. With claws to dig and wits to wander, the echoes shout our name. Don't you fear for the coming of Grimshale, don't you fear for your life. Don't you fear for the coming of the gaslighters, armed to defend through the strife. Oh, the storms may crash and the winds may howl, but our hearts beat strong and wild. We're kobold kin, and we stand united with the cunning of a dragon's child. Don't you fear for the coming of Grimshale, don't you fear for your life. Don't you fear for the coming of the gaslighters, armed to defend through the strife. So light the fires, let the smoke rise high. Let our warning shake the skies. Grimshale comes, but so do we, with a gleam in every eye. Hey, oh, 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 oh. Hey, oh, 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 oh. Don't you fear for the coming of Grimshale, don't you fear for your life. Don't you fear for the coming of the
All right, time for our gaslighters. Recently seen on the Netflix series. Amazing. And so, just kidding. And last where we left off, our brave heroes had gone through the vaults of Draconia, having to deal with the wild magic surges that seemed to be going through there, making spellcasting particularly hard. And they began to understand why the abominations, in particular, have been able to work this area and have so much knowledge as they do about it. Their ability to sneak and fly, all without the aid of magic, actually makes it kind of their own little personal area to plunder, while many adventurers, like our party, is almost entirely reliant upon magic. And thusly, with the abominations, their new friends, they were able to conquer and find what they needed, and had to walk away from the vaults, an ancient draconian bank of some type. And on their way back, nearly didn't make it out, magic transforming them into dragons and changing their appearance, making them extra members. They duplicated till they finally crossed the threshold and paid some measure of price, but not before realizing that some of the effects here could be insidious, as Whisper, after absorbing her ally's life force, channeled similar magic to cause the instant death of another one of her party members. Now, outside, our heroes began to find more to figure out here. They went ahead and Return the good Aldor. What the heck? Oh, I pressed something weird. That's what happened. I was like, wait, I'll do this for now. That's what I want. And they were able to begin to get some stuff off their list. Have a weapon that seems to be designed to temporarily disable the darkness of certain creatures. Specifically, they know cave dragon, Grimshale. So, with this, Salakis and company are now making their way to one of the major smiths here, and the settlement that's outside the ruins of Draconia. And so, Salakis, you come out and you can see there is a long line that seems to stretch maybe 30, 40 people, all carrying various versions of chipped and cracked swords and armor. And you can also see a large pile of what seems to be disrepaired and damaged items. And there's a constant hammering of the anvil. And you can see over the sea of people, there is this gnomish woman, her hair tied back in a black braid and black eyes, and she just wears ultimately two pieces of cloth to avoid giving any type of show, as she relentlessly is pounding and hammering and cooling metal very quickly. You can tell she is tanned and slightly burnt from all the heat that she is dealing with, and jacked as heck as she is just picking up large great swords and hammering them and letting it cool while she runs somewhere. It seems like she's doing everything by herself, as people seem to wait for their orders and for their armor to be finished.
That is one impressive gnome.
Yeah, she looks like she could break every single one of us in half with her pinky. Well, looks like we're going to be waiting a while.
Seems so. You play any games?
I know a bit of dice, but no, I mostly played Dragon Chess.
Oh, I used to play Dragon Chess. It's considered a lot more proper than dice.
My father taught me to play. He was very good at it.
My mom was similarly really good at it. She'd let me win sometimes, but I always knew that if she was serious, I would never win. She was one smart lady.
What was that?
He said she was one smart lady.
I don't think my dad let any of us beat him. He was he was very much the type who would want us to learn from our great many failures.
I see.
Seleucus does have like this very kind of like happy memory, nostalgia kind of look to his face.
Ours half frowns, looks towards the ground. Well, my stepfather was a nice enough man. He cared about me and my mom. He was a good fella. He didn't deserve what happened to him.
What happened to him?
He was killed too. Been married to my mother for 3 years. Well, more like 4. I got married shortly before I had to leave Rixentrum, and he just came along. Mom was sure that he would want a divorce, that he would want to stay, that he wouldn't be willing to come with us, because she was convinced that he just wanted into the family. But it seems he didn't really care for the status. Refreshing, really. I wish I'd gotten to know him better. I was too distant. I never really knew my true father. But I'd rather not talk about that right now. Do you read?
Some. Not too much for leisure. I mainly embroider.
Oh, that's interesting. What kind of stuff did you embroider?
Well, I've been Seleucus kind of like kind of tugs out of his bag a little bit the piece that he's been working on, and it's like our adventures through the ruins. Like so far there's a part of us all traipsing across the beams, and it's like all of the figures of us going across the beams, and then the next one is us coming back, but instead of where Torsten is, it's Whisper. And then there was there's like a dark like cloud, and like there's tentacles coming out of the cloud, and that's supposed to be Grimshale. And that's how far he's gotten.
Oh my. You've been embroidering our adventures?
Yeah, it's just something I do.
That's really
I can't
cool.
sleep, which is often.
Yeah. I understand the feeling. It's really cool. I didn't know you were doing this. I don't really have much skill in any of the crafts, but I did try to learn how to cook. Apparently, I'm not as good as I thought I was. Still, the urchins loved it. They used to bring me everything they could find Part of what I did was because I was no good at actually snatching things, really. Um, was I would cook for them, and I would keep the hideout clean and do all the laundry and stuff. Played homemaker. I hope they're doing well.
You've been able to have the conversation. The line has moved, and you come to a table that's set up. You can see with another gnomish woman. She looks very old for a gnome. Apparently about 90 years old. It seems as she goes, strains her eyes. You see, she seems to have this log as well as all these pyros of weapons and armor around her. She goes, "All right, now, what did you break?"
I actually don't have something that's broken.
Oh,
It actually has magically mended itself
ooh,
from the sun.
that goes. And you have it here for what?
I was wondering if you could help me figure out exactly why it would mend by the sun.
Oh,
And
a consultation.
yes.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't be leaving it here then?
No.
Okay. Very good. But where's your camp? Let's see here. Consultation fee is 50 gold.
Wow.
And then just give the where you're stayed, and I'll have Niggly stop on by.
I give her the location of our humble abode, where we're set up, and I will count out the 50 gold.
She takes it.
Where did my
All right.
mouse-
Well, Nia will stop by when she can. She should be there tonight.
Oh, good. Thank you. And then I'll kind of just like look like as like we're leaving, Celicus will kind of just like take a look at like some of the different kinds of weapons that are around. Like because I figured they're all like in need of repair kind of thing, but like do any particular things just like stick out, something fancy looking, you know?
Yeah, there's a she looking around, you see there's many different, like, yeah, some weapons seem to be of like noble houses from various places. You actually see some draconian markings, in that you might not be the only former person here, or at least maybe some descendants. And but yeah, anything particular you're trying to figure out? Some are silvered. There's a few adamantine weapons.
I was just looking to see kind of like the types of weapons, like the other stuff that people might be like using
Oh yeah,
to fight things.
yeah. You see something like very interesting. There's like what almost looks like boomerang blades, and there is one particularly like a stick that
Max,
like almost like a staff. What?
like the Mad Max boomerang that
Yeah.
handoff.
That has a sharpened metal end on one end, and then like a almost like a slingshot top.
They've got some cool stuff here.
Yeah. I know silver things might be helpful against certain creatures, and forget off the top of my head what adamantine does.
I know it's super valuable. Yeah, it's one of the hardest substances in the world, apparently.
Yeah. Did you see that blade? That boomerang blade?
Oh yeah, that was very neat.
I wonder how
You
much
think you
one
know-
of those costs.
And so all these are like ones they're repairing. It doesn't seem to be a big selling. Like she doesn't have a stock.
Yeah,
Maybe she
yeah.
did earlier this week. Who knows? But it is a very busy shop.
Celicus is just being a bit of a nerd right now,
Very.
looking at the weapons.
Yeah. And for you, Molly, just because you'd be able to look at this, it's like it's a lot of weapons that you would see from like the exotic weapons of Volvas.
Mm.
And other things. At any rate,
Shinies.
if you are done there, you wait. What else we gonna do? Anything else before we would kind of proceed into the rests and all the other things?
Ours would pipe up a little bit, trying to. How high up is like the counter? Can you look over it just fine?
The counter's like 2 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay.
Is this
So-
an old? She's like, ugh.
All right. He would pipe up and say, "Do you guys, do you all have anything for spellcasters?"
Spellcasters? It's not. I mean, unless you have something that we're fixing, or they take plans occasionally, and he will take care of that.
What do you mean?
Like if you have the plans for something that you need, she could make it, but we don't really have much of a stock. All this is just stuff that's on the repair pile.
Oh. Okay. I'll think about maybe coming by with some plans later. Maybe.
She goes, you one of them spellcasters?
Yes, ma'am.
Interesting. You want to fight?
Like right now?
No. Later tonight. There's I always make an appearance in the over by the fires where they bet on the fights, and I like to stretch a little bit, and I haven't fought anyone with magic in 110 years, I think. And I would love to mix it up.
Huh. Okay. You're on.
All right.
Celicus is looking between this old lady and ours, and is like, "Oh man, he's in for a world of trouble."
Gosh, she like cracks her neck. So I'll see you there tonight.
He just smiles. He just smiles charmingly, very sweetly and politely, and gives her a little bow. I'll see you then.
All right. Anything else?
As soon as we get back to camp and everybody else is there, Celicus is gonna be like, "Guys, ours is going to be fighting an old lady tonight, and I think we should be afraid for ours and his safety."
Don't undersell me. I'm pretty tough.
You are very tough, but this is an old lady with years of experience.
Oh yeah, I know. And she'll probably win.
That
Are you sure it's a fight she invited him to?
Yes.
I think
Because the
so.
way you're
talked
saying
about
it seems like there's a different activity in mind.
What do you mean?
Well, you might just be getting a lesson tonight, buddy.
Oh,
So I ruffle his hair.
assuming
Whoa.
it's a real fight, it's kind of a lose-lose fight, isn't it?
why?
Well, if the old lady beats you up, you got beaten up by an old lady, and if you win, you beat up an old lady.
Well, but that goes both ways, right? Because if she beats me up, she just beat up a kid, and if she loses, then she got beat up by a kid. So
What are you talking about? You're an adult. You just like haven't hit your growth spurt.
What?
Yeah, you're out adventuring. You've like de facto adulted. It's like when you emancipate yourself from your parents, you've emancipated yourself into adulthood.
I'm an orphan. I wasn't emancipated. My parents died.
You just
what is
were emancipated unwillingly. Like that's all. It is.
Well, very little of my life is up to me at this point, so it's fine. I'll just adult. I've been adulting for a year now. I've almost died a few times, but I guess I'm still here.
All I know is if that old lady shows up with a wooden spoon, ours, you better run. Because if she's like our grandma, ooh boy,
Oh, why'd you have to bring that up?
he's the one that's gonna fight an old lady, man. You know how she used to be with whenever you try to sneak food.
I just rubbed my backside.
Ours would laugh. Hmm.
You're laughing now, ours, but Keiko be
We
serious
used to laugh.
with that.
Yeah.
I recover quickly.
Yeah, your ego doesn't though.
And the memory still hurts just as much.
Well, I'm glad to see that you guys have my back.
You picked
I
them
never
up
said
with
that
an old
about
lady.
one
I am
point.
not helping with that.
So
You want
we're
to fight old
clear.
webinars? That's on you, kid.
We've just
Tell
come
me.
back from a situation where one of us died. You haven't completely rested, and you decided to agree to a fight.
Yeah, weren't you like a dragon like a couple hours ago?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Aren't you exhausted too?
Whisper, I get where you're coming from.
Do you?
Yeah,
I didn't pick a fight with an old lady.
I am very tired, but I mean, if I can just like, if I can get some rest before the fight, I think I'll have enough magic in me to be able to, stand a relatively good chance. My magic, it's not super impacted by me being tired, really, unless I've been flexing it a lot. I'll probably lose. This woman looks like she could punch trees down. But, I mean, I don't have anything better to do.
Well, I guess you are a level 1 adult, so still inexperienced in how to choose your battles. Celicus, did they at least say they can fix your shield, or whatever it was that you were trying? What were you trying to do there?
I wanted to consult exactly why it suddenly repaired itself from being shone on by the sunlight.
Couldn't Alaric have done that for you? Like how he identifies stuff?
Yeah, and the last time that we did that, it just
I'm sure PP would love to help, right, PP?
Ooh. If Alec is interested, I would be glad to provide the necessary focus.
Well, okay, so I did identify it, and that's how we learned that it needed to be out in the sun to mend itself, but it didn't say anything beyond that.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It was like I think you tried to identify. You didn't get any more information.
Yeah, but he hasn't identified it since it upgraded.
I'd be willing to try again. I guess that goes for anything we found back in that room.
Yeah, has anybody felt innately like their items have grown? I know Measure hasn't.
It's mine has a bit.
Yeah, I can't relate.
Yeah, mine isn't that much.
No.
Yeah, we gotta find you some like. Ooh, Obi, we gotta stop by the butcher shop, if there's a butcher shop, to get you some bones.
It's a clever idea. I was thinking go hunting in the woods, but that'd probably be a lot easier.
Obi, do you know how long a trip to the woods would be? Like, do you forget how deep we are?
I know, but we just went through some weird stuff. You know, I don't know. We got a little time, I figured.
We're on a schedule. We gotta get back ASAP, Rocky.
I'm gonna lay down for a while since I got this fight coming up, and he's gonna unbutton his shirt, take off his clothes.
Whoa! Go to your tent for that.
I thought we were in the tent, but just relax. And he's gonna walk to his tent and lay down and try and get a nap in.
Did ours unintentionally cast like daylight when he took off his shirt? Like,
He didn't take off. He's got like a what the heck is it called? It's like a partially buttoned shirt. It's like there's a particular name for it.
You got a button shirt underneath your button shirt?
No. Oh. I have a few like in real life. It's like a heater or something, or I don't know what it's called.
A wife beater?
No.
I was just reading what Mikey wrote.
You guys are awful.
Tank top. I said tank top initially, and you just reacted to that. So I was like, maybe he knows it by this other term.
Oh my gosh.
How hot or cold is it though? Actually, like, what's the climate like?
Oh, down here, it's basically like 80 degrees and high humidity.
Oh yeah, he totally would take off his shirt then. That hot, yeah, especially humid. Yeah, and he would go lay down for a while because he is pretty beat.
I was also looking to Celicus. Why is he fighting an old lady? Did he challenge an old lady? I don't understand.
So she just asked him whether or not he was a spellcaster, proficient in magic and whatnot. He said yes. She apparently trains on occasion with various folk around here to keep her, I guess, spry.
She asked that question? Like, she asked, are you a spellcaster?
Yes.
That's not some... That's a weird thing. Like, he looks like just like an orphaned child. Sorry. He actually is that. He just looks like a kid.
I know he looks like a borderline malnourished orphan. Still.
And she thought that he, like, asked specifically, like, oh, are you a spellcaster? Like, no provocation. Like, he didn't do some magic in front of her?
No.
That's very strange. We might actually have to intervene on his behalf if this old lady is just preying on young children. Young magical children at that. How was she able to determine that he was a spellcaster?
Because she just asked the question.
So, like, because she realized that's not what happened, right? You know that, right, Molly?
I don't know. My brain is like now.
I didn't know if you were gaslighting or you were.
I'm
He asked if
gaslighting
he had any
myself.
items for magic users.
He asked if any items for magic users. That was it. I'm gaslighting myself.
Oh my.
Well,
Oh.
That's yeah. Maybe we should like go to this fight of theirs and make sure that everything's all hunky dory. Oh man. But guys, we made it back out of that place. Whisper, is that what the Feywild was like while you were there? Just crazy things happening, both good, bad, and other, just all the time? That must have been such a wild experience.
Yeah, I guess you could compare the two.
Also,
At times they were hell, and other times it was okay.
oh, so it was just like a one-to-one experience. So like I don't actually have to go there.
necessarily.
Oh.
At
But
least not for
similar.
the first 6 months anyway.
Oh, okay. Question. Because like I've noticed we have really similar magic. Where does yours come from? Because I don't know where mine comes from.
She will reach down and grab a satyr-looking doll that is one of the dolls that's always can see what's going on. I told you from my friend. Remember, my friend gave me a name. My name is Whisper. It's like you guys don't even hear me. He's
Could be
Faye.
Wait, that one? Like that doll is Faye?
No, the doll is not Faye. It represents
Oh.
somebody who is Faye.
Got it.
I sit here and I tell him about everything that's happened during the day, what I've seen.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever. I mean, I have this, and I pull out my wand. I'm like, this is the like my dad gave me this when I was little. Said it was my mom's, but this like, I was just like, oh okay, and then like, I want to. Obi, when did I first cast magic?
You know, it was probably about the same time as me, but that was until we finally took up sailing and piracy. I mean, the stuff early, I mean, we thought it was magic, but I'm pretty sure it was just Dad playing tricks on us.
True.
Alder, you do realize that when I first met you, I said our magic came from the same place?
Yeah, but I don't like. You said you had a guy you talked to. I don't have a guy I talk to.
I said it came from the Feywild. So somehow you have a connection to the Feywild.
Wait, does that mean Obi has a connection to the Feywild?
And I pull out my little stone. Is this from the Feywild?
It could be.
The rock.
It's just a circle rock.
Where did you get it?
I found it on a beach. It just like called to me, and then I've just had it for a long time. And every time I kind of like, this is what I use for like my connection.
Wait, Obi, so you don't talk to anybody either?
You know, I haven't had the time. I mean, that was the whole reason I made the tarot cards and everything, was so that I could take some time and try to like communicate to like wherever this power comes from. But no, I haven't figured it out yet.
Damn, I think you might be a better spellcaster than me.
Oh, I mean,
You get like, you have so much more energy to expend than I do. But mine does come back faster. I have noticed
it does. But I'm a little like concerned about this because I mean, I'm really glad I brought Celicus back from the dead.
Me too.
But I also brought someone back from the dead, which is like,
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Are you doing okay?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm like physically and like mentally exhausted on that, because it's like I mean I've made people heal, but
I mean, so I can do that too. You're not special.
no, I know, but I mean, but have you raised the dead?
Okay, no. But I knew you had that, so why am I gonna copy you? Like that'd be weird.
Yeah, you know, it's like one for Obi. But I don't know. I was gonna.
I pull out a notebook and like scratch a tally. It's like fine, close it, put it away.
I pulled out a similar notebook and do the same thing on my side. But if anyone glances really quick, you'll see under fashion, there's like 12 for Calder. and is 1 for Obi.
So, that does seem a bit concerning that you're not entirely sure where your magic originates from.
What if it's Whisper's guy?
Could be.
Handy mask out.
Or girl? I don't know. You just showed me like a goat. I don't know what that means.
It was a satyr.
That maybe this their same person.
I mean, it's a him.
Being him. Okay.
She'll look at the doll and go, "Do either one of these belong to you?" And then show him. He didn't say yes or no, so we'll have to wait till he gets back to me.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
So that's gonna be like what? Like a 10-day, a fortnight.
Who'd you show this to?
So I have a doll, which is my link to my Archfey patron. And I looked at it and said, do either one of these belong to you? And then I pointed at Calder and then at Orion.
Nice.
Not really expecting an answer. She just wanted to... It'll happen when it happens. If it happens.
I hope this is okay with everybody because, because of the plans we have. Alaric and I decided, or Alaric told me that he and Obi decided that since I can actually see Grimshale, that one of the items that the professor could make was a thing to a dagger to turn off Grimshale's ability to emanate darkness. And so they put that onto Measure, my sword. Oh no, wait. No, just kidding. I was awake for that. They woke me up after a minute. Yeah. So we're putting that on my sword so that way more than just you and I, Whisper, can see Grimshale when that inevitably happens.
Well, that will certainly help in the, stabbing of Grimshale.
Yeah, it'll definitely make all those weapons we got useful.
I like it was us 2 options now because with his and my daylight, we can use either one.
We technically have 3 options because Alar can cast Dispel Magic.
Oh, that's cool. So there we go.
But I do think option number 1 should be the attempt with Measure, because that allows us to save our magic for something else.
Yeah.
There is also the thing where Xanatos still wants to talk to Grimshale, so that'll happen before the stabbing, I would assume.
Xanatos, was that true after they chased us out of there last time?
Well, Grimshale was really upset that you guys forsake her, and so I still haven't forsaken her yet. I just want to make sure I understand. I can kind of see Grimshale not being a great person and not, being what's good for Draconia, but they also did help. Grimshale did help us a bit, so I owe it to that much.
On the other hand, she chased you down too.
I think it was guilty by association because I'm with all you guys. It's easy to assume 6 out of 7 people give up gifts. I can see that being there. But either way, I'm not doing anything until I ask them. They were fair enough. They gave these gifts. I gotta see what's happening. I'm not making a mistake like I've done in the past.
I just don't see them as the forgiving type. That's all I'm gonna say.
And then I'm ready to throw down.
Yes, I'm all for you being able to communicate if that's what you desire. I'm just trying to figure out how you don't immediately get eaten.
I fully expect while I'm talking to Grimshale, you guys get into position hiding to jump on Grimshale if it goes sour.
Oh.
Because I'm going into this trying to give a benefit of doubt, but I'm not going into the stupid.
Okay. I just don't want your talk to immediately turn sour if Grimshell realizes she's being surrounded.
I'm gonna be honest with her. Like, I'm gonna use my magic to create a truth sphere for us to chat in. But I plan on going into like not knowing where you guys are at, but just knowing that you're there to protect me. And I'll be honest, if Grimshell asks that you're gonna be there to protect us, to protect me, and hopefully it works, and we can have a conversation. And Grimshell understands that, especially with the truth sphere, but who knows?
I pull off my gauntlet. I'm like, so if you don't join us, doesn't this stay like unfinished?
Yep.
Or can you be like a dual citizen?
That would be a conversation for that thing that is not a person, but has thoughts.
Yeah.
True. All right, fair enough.
There was one thing I wanted to bring up. Called Obi, when we were talking to the professor, he mentioned that he knew that the existence of Grimshell was possible because of a song. And I remember we got partial lyrics from a song, but did we ever learn the whole thing?
That was not the topic of my song that I sang.
Perhaps it was the song that the kobolds performed.
We really should have a better handle on them.
We were all there.
My statement still stands.
Yeah, as you're doing this, you hear people humming the song because you left the kobolds.
It's like the new Scotty doesn't
And was
know.
to do it on purpose, I thought.
I mean, the idea is to use the song to rally the kobolds against Grimshell.
Yeah, and then we
Because
get
hopefully,
that power up again.
yeah, I mean, if they start kind of boosting us the way they did before, that'd be huge.
I just want to be clear. Time out. I just want to make sure that I'm not wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was sang in the camp by the kobolds.
100%.
And there were
Yes.
responses from kobolds down below when they came up.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where I'm thinking the professor heard the song, because it also specifically mentioned us.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, he
I'm
meant
helping Alaric.
that song. I thought maybe he was talking about like the Ballad of Rebirth. Remember, we got the chorus to that from the map, and I thought maybe it was like he knew more information. But no, it's the kobold.
Oh, no. It's definitely the fact that I taught 2 kobolds a song, and now they are singing it throughout the camp. We probably should have got licensure on that so we could make more money. That's okay.
Although that is a pretty good like sub-marketing strategy. Now, if you perform it live, people are going to be like, "Oh, I love this one," and then you get paid more for it.
That's true.
I don't really have time to busk this week. I really got to figure out something with Sammy. Like, I am struggling with getting him trained. He's like not super food motivated. Like, he'll eat basically anything. So it's like I don't have a treat to help
Maybe
me with
we just
that.
haven't found his favorite. We haven't had him long enough to find out what his favorite is.
Like, Obi's always been better with animals than me.
Yep. That's why I've had over so many animal pets.
He enjoys live treats. Like
I'm
Like the
not
kobolds.
feeding ours to Sammy.
I mean, Oz is doing a perfectly good job of
Oh,
feeding
he's-
himself to
I
Sammy.
don't even get me started with that one. He's like picking fights with Sammy, and I don't understand why.
I mean, what?
It must be because he's like 14. Like, it's just he's of that age. Like,
He's angsty.
That thought just occurred to me. What if Luggage is a predator and likes to hunt food?
I'm not gonna buy a bunch of chickens for. He doesn't actually move that quickly, right? How could he be a hunter? Their whole thing is that they. Actually, he's faster than me. Never mind.
I
He
believe-
could be an ambush
I had to look at the
predator.
stat block again because I was like, wait, regular mimics have like 5 feet movement.
I believe the professor gave a very specific description of what he was.
Hey, I pull out like a folded up piece of paper. I'm like, oh yeah, no, he's pretty quick.
Part luggage, part homicidal maniac?
Anyway,
So hunter or no, he may enjoy killing the chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're expensive.
Except when
Maybe
they work
we'll-
out really well for you.
Yeah, maybe Obi can get like a frequent customer discount or something.
My chickens get your 11th free.
okay. To be fair, I think that this qualifies for party funds, for training luggage.
I mean, how much time have you spent with luggage one-on-one?
2 weeks with it. Well, a week with him last time. It was like every other day because I was busking every other day.
Well, how about I help you this time? And then we'll do it like, if we have to, we'll just buy like some hot sauce and put it on ours. So every time he makes a comment, luggage bites him. Like, hopefully that'll teach him to stop biting him because he's hot.
Yeah,
Unless he really enjoys hot sauce.
yeah, like there's the potential downside of then we have to put hot sauce on all of his food.
I mean, it could go either way.
I,
I'm not saying we go out and buy like seasoning to make ours taste better. I'm just saying, it's like when, you're trying to like stop sucking your thumb, like Dad did to me when I was 12, when I wouldn't stop sucking my thumb, he kept putting the hot sauce in my thumb. I mean, it finally worked.
I still never understood that.
I also didn't know in what world you would assume that ours would let you or
Cover
sauce
him in
and
hot
then-
sauce, yeah.
and then stay clean and not automatically clean himself. You notice he has a thing about that, right?
I
Yeah.
do. That's why I have a bucket too. I was just going to throw it on him.
We could convince him to prestidigitate himself into a nicer flavor.
Ooh.
You mean a worse flavor?
Right.
Oh, man.
Oh.
I don't know about all of you. And I look up, seeing what time it is, looking at the sky if it's setting or not. Does anyone else want to see what's going to happen with ours?
Oh,
And
I
this
have
lady?
to just in case this is an actual problem and this lady needs to be like reported to the authorities.
This is going to be great.
The authorities are going to be watching. They're going to be ringside seats for whatever this is.
So,
You hear a voice kind of behind you. Right. Okay. Are you the ones fighting my grandma?
Oh gosh.
Us? No, not us.
Nope.
Our
Where do you see the very
our small,
muscular
frail
blacksmith
boy.
woman?
is your grandma the one that's fighting a kid?
Don't let him fool you. He's like 300 years old. He just looks like he's 12.
Listen, he's the one who accepted. It's not my problem. I'm just here to
But
make sure
Didn't
that.
your grandma initiate it? Like, ask if just randomly a kid.
Yeah. So you
You
want
wanna
to fight?
fight?
They said, yeah.
Just because somebody asks doesn't mean you have to agree. You guys do
Yeah.
get that, right?
I'm sorry.
Just
My
because
grandma
something's
got
dangerous, you
consent,
don't
so
have to
you
do
can
it?
just go somewhere.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I want your grandma to fight this kid. I'm just very shocked that this occurred and was initiated in the beginning. So I'm all for it. Like, what? That was correct. He said yes. This has to go down.
Was this also a gnome child?
So they're
The
both
one that-
gnomes.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was confirming.
Yeah. As yes. She's like, hi. Well, got the word about a bit of a consult, and then Grandma was doing so many push-ups to get ready, and very excited. She keeps going, oh, the last time I fought a magic user, I really hope that he's up to his stamina is ready for this. because she's very looking forward to it. And if I'm just telling you, if he backs out, he's got to answer to me. She,
I'm gonna go into the tent at this point, and I'm gonna just as quietly as I can, Cispula, and I'm gonna press the digitate pheromones onto ours and be like, "Hey, buddy, your fight's here." As I like wake him up.
well, the
from
fight's
his
not here.
nap.
Oh,
Well, his opponent's here.
No, she's not.
Oh,
just the kid.
Just the kid.
This is
Well,
her.
The blacksmith. Her
Oh, okay,
grandma
okay.
is the one that ours is gonna fight. Her grandma is apparently doing push-ups.
Did you know that water is actually acid sometimes? Alcohol is chemical.
Is there going to be a place
think
where
his
are they
grandma-
fighting?
Would
Oh.
have told him that.
The grand fires. I tell you, it has been going all over camp. Everyone's going to show up for this. They're very excited.
Hey, be honest. What are the odds like on this?
Well, she hasn't lost yet. But she hasn't, and she's excited because the only time she's ever gone all out before, she said, is with a magic user. So she's so excited about it. Usually, they don't fight her because she says, you never know what they have up their sleeve. They could, change gravity on you, and she gets very,
So is this like a 1 in 1,000 on the kid, or like?
Listen, my money's always on my grandma.
So you're saying there's a chance?
But do we know where in camp are they fighting?
The grand fires.
Oh, the Grand Fires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's usually when so that'd be after all the taverns close, everyone drunkenly goes over, lights fires, and they kind of keep going till they then either pass out there or they make their way back to their camps. And so that's usually where there's fights and those types of things. And it's been quite a few months before she picked one, and I mean,
Oh,
I
damn.
just listen. I just want to be very clear. Like, we have witnesses because the last time someone disputed and tried to get us thrown out by the league because we were hurting adventurers to go do their thing. But this is verified.
Wait. You said that's after the taverns close. That he's like medically prescribed to go to bed by like 9:30 at the latest.
You're reneging.
I no, but you're gonna have to get consent from his doctor. Like, he may have consented, but you didn't tell him at what time the fires were.
Called it.
That part wasn't discussed.
He's an orphan, so he probably doesn't have a doctor.
I'll be his doctor. I prescribe, and here you go.
All right then. Now, who had the shield?
All right, consent. Consent.
Me.
obtained.
And I kind of come.
That one, I brought that one back to life. That's how good of a doctor I am.
Oh, very nice. Goes, come on, looks you like, wow, you're brave showing up with a tail like that.
Whoa! Just casually throwing out racism like that. That's not cool.
Yeah, that's
You're going to upfront talk to me after what her kind did?
her didn't do anything.
Her is
This
a
is
him,
Celicus.
first of all. This is Celicus. How about you introduce yourself? Because all you said is, "Oh, somebody's fighting my grandma, and if they back out, you have to."
Sorry,
answer
what his
me."
kind did? I'm sorry, because I assumed, but judging
your first
from
mistake.
what I can tell, were you not from Draconia before?
I was.
That's what I thought. Anyway, I'm not involved in the thing. Like I said, just brave.
It's a shame you didn't learn your manners from your grandmother, because she had no problem with Selicus when he went for the consult.
I don't have a problem. I just said he was brave.
Your tone says otherwise.
Well, maybe things have died down. Anyway, I'm Nee. And Selicus, I would assume knows who I am because he hired me to look at some shield.
Yes. We all similarly have acquired numerous amounts of magical weapons here and there, but this was the first one that repaired itself via sunlight. And
don't need any more of that. That'd put me out of business.
Yeah. We've investigated a bit of it with magic, and it doesn't tell us more than that.
You and your... No, I know everyone relies on magic these days, not good old-fashioned work. I'm kidding. Listen, I use my magic as well. Let me see if I can help you out.
I hand her the shield. Sun's glare.
Let's look at it. Goes, ooh, nice. Ah. These are very interesting. Goes ancient design, very good craftsmanship. Oh. It's kind of... Yeah, this was very different at one time. I can tell it's not what it used to be. I've heard of these before. Interesting. You all have one of these, or something like it?
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of said magical items.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
We're talking to Selicus because Selicus.
I mean, we have a compass that magically points north.
Silence on Selicus. No.
So Selicus is going to be a little bit dodgy around it, but he's going to offer up Ars's like what he knows of the ability that it magically points north.
Amazing. All right, I say. Interesting. Well, this one in particular, definitely requires some love and care. And so it's just pointing around the edges of it. Yeah, it was channeled so that the light it gathers that you seem to have recharged through the glass pushes it out into this outer ring. It needs focusing, worked in. I could do the work for you. I would need... I don't have the stuff in stock. I need some diamonds to focus the light. Basically, I think you should be able to use the light collected in it, focus through the diamonds on the outer ring, and put it right into your enemy's eyes.
That sounds Interesting.
Yeah.
How many diamonds?
Let's see here. I would need. Looks like it would take about 13.
Of what?
Quality.
Yeah.
Oh, let's just write it down. I mean, essentially is 300 gold's worth. Because then I could probably take care of it. Let's see here. About 100 more gold for my labor. And if you're paying now, we'll make it 75.
I don't remember how much we had in diamonds. I know we used.
We have 600 left. Two
Oh.
300 gold worth.
Would we be willing to use our revivifying diamonds for this?
I'm good with it. That's my vote.
I'm fine with it. As long as you can take the guilt if we don't have enough diamonds to bring back the second person. If you can live with yourself, so can I.
I mean, to be fair, if Solicus also is that second person, well, we know where the diamond went.
Yeah, sorry, Solicus, you used your diamond already.
Actually, worst case scenario, we just use Celicus's shield because the diamonds are still worth that much, but it might eat the whole shield.
I will pull out one of the diamonds and I'll hand it to Solicus.
Guys, I didn't know you loved me that much. Jeez. Okay. Pass her diamonds and 75 gold. And the shield.
Okay. Okay, I could take this. Yeah, it would take me the week. To only take so much on it a day. And we'll see you then. And when I'll see you tonight, gotta watch Grandma. But we'll have your shield do then. But anyway, I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot, it seems. Look, I'm told I come off a little gruff. I didn't mean to offend anybody.
No, you're right. I'm well aware of the sentiment between those with tails and those without.
Just kind of goes, sorry, Grandma's been helping me with this. When I took a look at you, I remembered seeing the body that was found of another Draco blood with their head taken off and put on a pike. And that caused me to... My way of warning you was to treat you like I just did. It's not necessarily appropriate, but anyway, that's where I was coming from. And I don't wish to see something like that again. Granny's been working on me at that. Go ahead, sorry.
Understandable.
How long would you need Selecus's shield for?
About the week.
Come on, Alaric, pay attention when people talk.
Sorry.
So rude.
Like, what, you're writing smart aleck things in your book instead of listening?
Alaric turns his book around. He's a lot of mass. Sorry. He keeps writing.
And he just goes, it's all good. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah. So that's all, dude. Before, see, I've got a few other calls to make, but since I'm here and we've got this job to get back, anything else I can do for anyone?
Quick question. Do you have any siblings by chance?
Yeah.
That's all.
She goes, I'm the runt. I'm the baby. I think what did... So, she kind of... She goes, it's... my name is Gnomish nomenclature for 67.
So you're all numbered.
Not all of us, just after 15 they got tired.
Apparently not.
That's right. No, and the rest of us, we kind of a thing about it. Honestly, we used to, we call them the named. Whenever they try to talk to us, they're like, "Oh, I'm getting it from the named,"
That'd be a pretty sick adventuring party. The named.
Yeah. They're with it. They're the ones. So, not to get you my woes, but that's all. We call. They like to call us the numbered, but we call ourselves, the not good for nothing ones that actually work for a living.
Yeah, that's a bit too wordy. I wouldn't use that as an adventuring party name.
But we get, one of the ones who aren't going to get any of the inheritance because they didn't want to split up that many times because math, and so they get the estates, and we get, I get grandma, so I'm pretty happy. Anyway, she goes, that she kind of takes the shield. Is she going to go unless there's anything else?
I fully wait for them to be out of earshot. I was going to make a joke about like her siblings being named like shoulder and elbow, but then they said that number comment, and I just felt bad. Like, who names their kid knee? And then they was like, oh, it's a number for 60. I was like, oh, that's so much worse than what I was gonna. So I kept it to myself. I felt it, like that was punching down at that point, and not like physically
because they're so short. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Well,
so
I'm gonna get some rest.
Oh, you're gonna nap
tired.
before the fight also, or you're gonna skip the fight?
Oh no! I've seen enough bad decisions today. I don't need to watch ours fight.
All right, you get some good rest. So how are we gonna rig this fight so we can take all these people's money?
I was literally under the same impression that's what we're doing. Like, that's why I asked about odds.
I mean, I have a few things I'd like to go maybe bury before this fight. I just got to get that taken care of and just make sure ours knows where not to stand.
I don't have nothing to help with this.
No. This is one of those things where you just got to take a bunch of items that you're like, what would I do with all this? And then next thing you know, spicy chicken all over again.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Whisper will walk back you all do realize she's got the shield that belongs to Celicus. You just gave her a 300 gold diamond. Do you think maybe messing with her grandma might be a bad idea?
I'm with Whisper on that one. Plus the fact that Nee has muscles upon muscles. Like, even I'm not that strong. Like,
Yeah, so we're just evening the odds. Like, that's all that's
I'm
happening.
sorry. Did somebody make ours agree to a fight?
You know,
Maybe
that's
he
fair.
needs to get his ass kicked so he'll learn that he's not as cool as he thinks he is. Do you remember
know-
that party that I started with? You all are starting to sound a lot like them. She'll leave.
Sorry, Mom.
Well, damn.
Maybe-
Now it feels wrong to. Hey, but maybe there's a lesson that we won't have to teach him then.
Either way, I'm making some money on this. Like, if I have to vote, like, try to make sure that ours, like, if I have to just go like the legitimate route and say that ours is gonna lose, then I'm gonna try to make some money off this.
I can't imagine the payout's going to be very good.
I know it's probably gonna be like for every 1 gold you get like a silver back or something like that.
Probably less. Apparently, she's never lost. Maybe you challenge her in a round 2 after ours has worn her down.
Yeah, no, I'm not dumb. I'm not doing that. The 2 people that always ask for a fight are ones that don't know how to fight, and the ones who absolutely know how to fight. And for someone that old and that young and that small to ask for a fight, I'm going with the latter.
Valid.
But you would stand to make a sum if you bet on Oz and Oz won.
Probably bet like a gold on him, like just to cover it. But
Well, we got a little time before before all the bars let up, so I think it's a good time to think about that.
I mean, if you want to go do your thing, I'm not going to stop you.
Oh, I didn't say it wasn't. I was just saying, I'm just reaffirming that if you guys have to think about that, that's fine for you. I mean, I can't wait to use passion fruit. This is going to be my next one. I'll be back. I'll start handing it off.
Very cool. So Obi's going to try to make that work. Anybody else?
I'll just take a short rest in the meantime.
I'm also going to take a short rest.
I'm not going to take a short rest.
Yeah, I don't have any hit dice left.
I get a spell slot back, but that's about it.
I get both of mine back, so in case there's healing needed.
Now I have 19 hit points.
Nice. All right. So currently, the place that you've learned as the Grand Fires is basically entirely abandoned. You can see there's various scraps of like what looks like a mixture of wrecked, stolen tavern mugs and plates, as well as just various trash and refuse that has been kind of worked in to make like this makeshift fighting ring that is in the center, that like makes the ring itself. And there's like broken blades in it, as well as it looks like some people like as maybe little projects have made like wooden poles here or there for people to either hide behind or use another fashion.
All right. Why I have a little time. Do we know like if like there's a side the challenger goes on specifically versus the reigning champ?
Doesn't look like it's that overly formal, unfortunately.
All right. Well, this is going to be a shot in the dark. It might bite me in the butt, but it will be a learning lesson either way for somebody. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to start kind of like digging up a little bit of an area. My plan is to take my lamp oil and then take the poison popper that the abominations gave us, and I want to rig it into sort of like a landmine setup, so that the idea is that maybe if ours can nail it with some sort of firebolt or some sort of fire, it will trigger it, the lamp will blow and it'll pop the poison popper. So I like to call this one the poison fruit spray.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
All right. And I'll give myself guidance before I, since I got a little time to work on my little thing.
Sure.
All right. Yes. And 19 plus 4, 23. And then I get to add a D4 for a 25.
Very good. So you carefully put it on just enough so you feel like it could ignite. And it seems stable. It seems like the oil is going to stay there. Everything's set. Looks okay.
All right. And then I will, prior to it, I will use a piece of chalk just to make a little mark, just so that it's kind of like, so I can tell ours what to look for.
Okay.
That way ours does not stand on it. Ours should be away from it. So like, I'll be like, look for this and go on that side of the ring opposite so you can hit that first.
Perfect. Enough to give them the instructions. That sounds good.
And I will pass that on to ours when I get back.
Oh. So you go to his tent and you tell him all this?
I will. Yep. After I'll wait till you get done with your short rest, but I'll be waiting for ours when he comes up.
Short rest? I thought he was taking a long rest. How much time did he have?
This is all the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I thought 8 hours would.
We definitely didn't spend 8 hours talking.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't think you wouldn't be able to get a long rest. You'd be able to get a short.
Okay, this is going to be very rough. Even rougher than it was going to be.
Hence the poison passion fruit spray. But basically, if you think you can ignite at ours, it's a good chance that it might put a little bit of a cloud in the air. It might stifle the individual for a little bit. Not guaranteed, but it might give you a little leg up for a moment.
Or murder them outright, depending on their HP.
Orion, you rigged the arena with a trap?
I didn't say rigged. I preset the arena. I'm just warning you not to go stand there because it can only just make it more interesting.
Does she know that it's there?
I haven't told her yet. I'll tell her after the fight.
What? Orion, no. I'm probably going to lose anyway, but if I do win, I want to earn it.
So should I go tell her there's a? Because I don't know if I can really go dig that back up. I'm gonna be very honest with you. That's pretty sad.
I'll just avoid triggering it. Nobody has to know.
Okay. It's still there.
Thanks, Orion. I know you mean well.
All right. I'll tap you on the shoulder, and I know you can do it, Ars. And I'll step off.
So as Orion walks away, Ars goes face forward into his pillow, or sleeping bag, and he says, "Maybe I'll sleep well tonight."
Oh, great.
There you go. Anything else before the fight?
Would Obi tell all of us, like tell us where he planted the thing, or just tell ours?
I would only tell Ars where I planted it.
Okay.
Because everybody was thinking that, I just wandered off to go do that. So I just want to make sure Ars was aware.
That's fair. Okay. And then I do want Xanatos to do something once it's about to get started, but that's when they get down there. I want to try to drive up betting to get some cash flowing.
All right. So anything before we approach the arena?
I'm good.
I'm good. I have a thing for later though, but I'm good until after the fight.
Yeah.
All right. In that case, as we come approach, you see the bars have closed, and there is still the hummings of Grimshale's anthem that is throughout the camp. And very excited. You see there, after you had left, you see that someone had come along, and there is constructed what looks like wooden bleacher stands from where you're not, and already in there you see about over 50 gnomes packing it out.
These are all the kids.
And a lot of them have these what looks like handmade crocheted sweaters that all have a G and an N on it. And other than that, people are gathering around. Betting is taking place. And a particular gnomish gentleman, somewhat fine clothing, is all right, who's going to bet against Grandmother Night? Let's get over here, and starts making different bets. So, no, I'm putting people I'm betting on the grandma. I'm betting on her, and they're all right. So they currently it is in fact a 10% win. Payout. It's going. Come on, who's gonna bet on the child? Let's get it. Anyone want some action? I'm giving odds here 100 to 1.
10 gold.
10 gold in. There we go. Yes.
You know what? I'll put 20 on Ars.
All right.
I'm gonna put 50 on ours. But I do want to go around and just try to drum up dude, Grandma has been looking for this kid, and he is dead tired. There's no way that this one's gonna last. To just try to get more people to bet on the grandma to get more higher odds for us if we can.
Give me a persuasion check.
Heck yeah, with advantage. All right. And that is 15, 18.
All right. So then they'll give you 110 to 1.
Heck yeah.
Oh wow!
All right. Because people go, whoa, she's gonna take him. She's gonna take him out.
and then ours is going to come out from where he's been hiding. And he looks like he's got dark circles under his eyes. And he's still trying to stand up like straight, but he looks like he kind of like naturally wants to like punch a bit. And he's got his shorts on. He's not wearing any shoes or socks or anything. He's not wearing a shirt, and he looks like he's drenched in sweat. And he's got the sunburst bracer glowing softly with this golden light on his left arm. He's got this like barely perceptible, energy field just over his skin. Pale golden light. Cast a mage armor on himself before the fight.
Nice.
We didn't use it when they went into the dungeon.
Yeah. Younger gnome comes up and goes, "Hey, what should we call you? We need to say something when we get this thing going."
You mean like a nickname?
Yeah, because you're fighting Granny. Well, great Granny to me.
I suppose. The Golden
Suppose?
Child.
Golden Child.
Golden Child. That's what everyone calls me.
That's so thematic. I love it.
Glad someone does.
I'm gonna put 23 gold on ours.
I think Xanthus got to ask Obi, like, hey, so, like, what'd you do? Like, did you do anything?
No, everything's fine.
All right. Did something, you can let me know.
I did have another plan, but I don't think ours would be thrilled with me for that one.
I mean, he doesn't have to know. Like, don't tell him.
Ours also, he takes out this staff taller than he is, like a snake-like head. And it's like he's using it to walk a bit.
I gotta say, he's really up playing this fatigueness. Bet we could get the odds up even more.
He's not upplaying it. He literally is just that. He laid down for a while and didn't want to get back up. So, where's the gnome lady? Ours would kind of look around a little bit.
So you can see over in one corner they've built like this little like booth that has fabric over it. That looks like very nice, very fine craftsmanship. This purple fabric, and over yours there's a booth but no fabric. And someone seems to find like some sticky yellow, maybe like peed on fabric they put over. They go, unless you've got your own. We heard something about Yellow Child.
Nope.
And then, so if everything beforehand is up, they will start here.
He's got a piss cape.
Can I
Oh,
can I go over and be like, Oz, how opposed are you to having magic cast on you?
What kind?
Kind that might make you a bit faster.
Would they consider that cheating?
I don't know, but they know you're a spellcaster.
Yeah, we haven't heard any rules, so.
I suppose we haven't. I could use something like that, yeah. Even the odds maybe a little bit. I'm really tired.
Then right before he heads out into the ring, I'll kind of rub his shoulders and haste ours.
Oh, man.
Okay, so you kind of type this as you look like his promoter. As, they're like, all right.
R's eyes like dilate and he shoots up. He looks up.
Surge of electric energy through
As you see, this one gnome gets up and their voice starts booming. Welcome, adventurers, business people, League of Miracles representatives, and of course, numbered and unnumbered alike. Welcome to the named. We have today and tonight something that some of you will cry about being too drunk to remember, for you have never seen anything like this. We have a willing challenger all the way from the gas-lit tents here in the ruins, the Golden Child. There's a smuttering, yeah. And now, for one night only, we haven't gotten permission for 2 months. Grandma Night! And with that, pulls out, and you see in this purple, very tight, like outright outfit, almost like ninja-esque, comes this elderly gnome that some of you saw before, holding this long staff with a little crook. Ha ha! Good to be back.
Hello, miss. He just kind of like waves his hand a little bit. And he's smiling nervously and shakily.
All right. And with that, goes, let's go, and fires a firebolt from their fingertips.
Oh, wait, we're starting?
Is what ours says. What?
I want to make sure our group is sitting like within 30 feet, like in the stands of where ours is.
Go get him, Mars.
Very good. Roll initiative, ours.
Okay.
Take her down.
So it's treated as a
night.
test.
Sorry.
It is treated as the D20 test?
Yes.
Okay, so he's going to have a -2 with initiative.
Would it be -4 because she had 2 levels of exhaustion?
Well, he has a +2 dex mod.
So you roll and then you take 4 away, I thought.
So yeah. But he's not adding his initiative because he's rolling physically, so -2.
Okay.
Or he rolled digitally, not the initiative button.
No. But just like subtract that by 2. Yeah, he got a 10.
Okay. All right. You go. She lets out a cough like, oh, my back, because she rolled real bad. So you can go ahead and start.
All right, so Horse takes in a deep breath and says, look, I'm honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty tired, the lady. And I've heard I've heard you're really tough. You look really tough. So I'm afraid I can't hold back. And ours is going to draw deep from within himself, even though he's very tired, and he is going to begin to glow radiantly as this massive surge of celestial power echoes out from him. And 2 massive swan-like iridescent argent wings fly out from his back, bigger than he is. And an inner glow under his skin starts up as he uses both his celestial, his radiant soul ability, and his innate magic at the same time. Bonus action.
Nice.
And then he is going to shoot up and fly straight up. Let's see how many feet. Question 2, but also haste. So he shoots up 40 feet into the air.
Okay.
And with haste, he can cast a cantrip, right? As the extra. I thought that's what we decided with the Grimshale fight. Or is that just that specific kind of haste that the kobolds gave us?
Have to see here. So haste.
I know normal haste isn't like that, but when we
Yeah, I think it might have been the special kobold one that lets you do that. Yeah. So no, you can't do a magic action, unfortunately, with haste.
okay, so then he is going to use his extra haste action. Can't take the dodge action, so he's going to dash, and he flies up another 40 feet. So he's 80 feet in the air now.
80 feet. Crowd begins to boo. She essentially looks up, and that's your that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, she kind of wow. You sure got high today. And she's like, whatever will I do? And she starts running, and she runs straight up one of the poles. Gets up there, says, this should do it. And you see shadows wrap around her. And then he appears in darkness right next to you. Hello!
Oh, man. He's straight in the air, so can she teleport into thin air? Huh. All right.
And then she does her attacks.
Disadvantage because he took the dodge action.
What?
Or did you take the dash action?
Took dash,
took
not
the
dodge.
Oh, okay. My fault.
All right. She's like, here we go. And that is a dirty 20 as she gets her first punch.
Okay.
Is that it?
Sure, yeah. That hits.
All right. There's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage as she punches down using what's Crusher do? Crusher give me 10 feet, I think, or is it 5? 5 feet. I once per turn. So push you 5 feet down. As she does, she puts out her 2 fingers and tries to hit you right below your eyes very quickly. Give me, I think it's con save for stunning strike.
All right. I'm going to use Lucky for this before I... Oh, man. So you got a 24.
Okay, very good.
So she does this, and like positive energy rebuffs her attempt to manipulate his key.
Nice.
Alaric, you can catch him if he falls out of the sky, right?
Yeah. It's, well, it depends on how far away. He flew a ways away.
Okay, and then she'll take her second attack. Only for an 11.
So he like weaves this because even though she's in the air and she's very fast, he can actually fly. So he uses the extra like agility that he has here, and with just a quick flap of his wings, he maneuvers himself out of the way.
Okay, yeah, and then so then 3 other fists come flying at you. One of which hits for 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And this one, you actually see the shadows wrap around her fingers as they come into contact with your skin. Your skin's beginning to rot and evaporate away.
I can try.
For 9 force damage. And now there's a big hole in the side of your shoulder.
Okay, so Ars sucks in his breath, looking at her. You really don't play around, do you, lady?
Playing for children, young one. And let me just quickly check this. As then she will go ahead and fall down. And she goes down. As she does, she begins swirling shadows around her as she lazily floats and lands, tick, tick, and moves and takes half cover behind a pillar.
Nice. Okay. I wish I had a better idea of what the layout of this place looked like. But, okay. So, she is how far away?
80.
80 feet away. All right. How is she behind the pillar? Can ours circle the pillar?
Yeah, you definitely can.
Yeah. So, ours sees this and tell she's very, very tough and very, very fast. And he is going to fly around the pillar. How much movement would that take to get on the other side of the pillar? Where he could...
Oh, probably about 15 feet. It's not too hard.
And then he is, as a bonus action, going to cause the his staff to come alive as a cobra.
Okay.
And then
holding on to your cobra.
And then he's going to... Yes, he's going to... So he noticed that she's manipulating lots of shadows. He sees that. She's manipulating shadows and that she was able to teleport and use these shadows to catch herself. And he looks down at her and says, "You're very tough, lady. Very skilled. But light beats darkness. Always." And he's going to run celestial runes down his staff and cast light on himself as he begins shining even more brightly with golden light. And he's going to fly back. Let's see. 80? Another 65 feet, trying to get as far away from any one of the pillars as he can, while still staying relatively within the realms of the arena.
Okay. So how far off the ground are you getting?
He is still 75 feet up in the air. He's going to stay at that same elevation, but he is trying to avoid being too close to the pillars.
Very cool.
He's just trying to... Well, what's the lay of the land here? What is it exactly like?
So it's a large ring, and then there's just some of these wooden kind of poles in the ground, really.
I see. Okay. So that is his turn.
Okay, so now you got a light spell cast on you, and you're how far off the ground? You said
75 feet, and his staff has been animated and it's glowing.
okay, very cool. All right, then anything from the peanut gallery?
After Calder mentions saving ours, if he and eventually ends up plummeting, Celicus is like, I mean, I could catch him if need be, and he's gonna kind of just like cough, and then it starts off as like kind of like sparks of like lightning kind of like erupt like around his neck, and then they kind of just like unfold, and there are these like draconic wings that just kind of like unfold from his back, and then they kind of like tidy themselves.
Did you just erupt the lightning wings out of your neck, Celicus?
Yes. Back, technically.
So why didn't you fly us across that gorge?
Because somebody else who could fly offered at that point.
Those don't look like they'd offer any lift whatsoever.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Alaric, but they're magical. They are not real.
I'm assuming this is a technique you just learned.
But would that trigger the wild magic?
It is something innate within my physiology that I have just found out.
From who? The professor? When did you go visit him?
Okay, anything else? I love it.
Just have a curiosity. If somebody were, say, wandering around the camp in the dark, would they see this bright light, almost angelic form in the sky?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Are you around, Whisper?
She's in the camp, kind of wandering. I'm just like up high. First there was a bright light, and then now there's covered in light.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's all I needed.
Give me an investigation check, Whisper.
The little angel boy is going to be abducted out of the sky.
Yep.
That is a 9.
Okay, never mind.
Oh no.
Looking around the arena, do I see anyone who looks very drunk and may have some heavy pockets?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Sorry, I have a spectator chart. Okay, so we find this particular is a dwarf man who has had quite a lot and is very drunk. You may go ahead and give me that sleight of hand. I'm assuming, Obi.
Yes, please.
As he's yelling, "Oh, I haven't seen something like this. You know, when things got..." and starts mumbling.
21.
21. Very good. 21.
Oh, let me help you up there, old friend. You look like you're falling over.
Nice. Thanks, friend. And you come away with 70 gold.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh.
Maybe Obi can make our money back.
I'm making my money back right now. I just apparently found out I buried 250 gold out there in the arena. I didn't realize that fruit cost that much. I thought I don't have a cost value listed. You know how you do it. All right, and then I'll pat him on the back. Oh, Watch that beer. You don't want to lose that ale.
Perfect. Anything else?
Nope.
Anyone else?
Is there like any way I can either like investigate or perceive like to see if there's any weakness of this grandmother to relay to ours, like to yell from the peanut gallery?
What do you pick something specific you want to try to figure out about her?
Okay. They're flying. They're doing lots of attacks. Is there something to where I want? I want to try to see if there's anything to relay about their darkness ability that might help ours, like fully. Like besides the light beating it, if there's something else.
Give me a perception check.
Perception, it's 2. 7.
Okay. So, all right, we'll zoom in on Grandma Knight as she takes her turn here, and she what Xanatos doesn't see is as her shadow moves here, that when it intersects from the light being cast by ours, it begins to devour the light. As then she kind of whispers, "Come on, old friend, let's go, honey," as it expands out to cover 30 feet of the arena, which is a little over half floating. And now ours, you stare down into pure darkness.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I need to become stronger. Is that our turn?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, ours.
All right. Okay, so ours sees this, and he is going to. So is she still visible, or is she in the darkness?
She's in the darkness.
All right. In that case, and the darkness is below him, right, in the middle of the arena. In the middle of the arena where Obi's trap is.
That's where the darkness is, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, there goes my original plan. So, ours is, he takes note of this, and he's trying to play a little bit of the long game here, I guess. Like, So, okay. He is going to touch his left hand to his chest, and he is going to begin to heal as positive energy courses out and back into him. Much more concentrated. And he's casting Cure Wounds at first level.
Okay.
And I rolled very low. 7 plus 3 because of remarkable recovery, so he heals 10 hit points.
Very nice.
And he's still 75 feet up. Okay. So... Oh, man. Okay. So, yeah, that's got to be it. You can't really do much else. He's going to fly up some more. He's going to fly until he's 95 feet in the air.
Okay.
And then, let's see. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, guys. This is just kind of a difficult situation. Yeah. Then you can't exactly hide or anything. Yes, that's got to be it. That's all I can do.
Okay. So how far up total did you go here?
He's gonna actually fly up to 100 feet
Okay.
into the air.
Very good. Into that case.
This lady gets her hands on me, I'm screwed.
You see a nice black rock fly straight up out of the darkness, flying towards your head.
Oh. All right.
17 to hit.
That's just enough to hit.
For 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay, wow. All right.
And a 13.
That misses.
Okay. And then, other than that, everything stays the same. Anything from the peanut gallery?
Or you can't win a fight by not attacking.
When going into the darkness where she wants me to be.
But you're not doing anything up there. There has to be give and take, and
you're just taking right now.
Yeah, you can't win by playing defense. Like, you have to do offense occasionally.
She's so fast though, and I can't see her.
But if your light gets closer to the darkness, then maybe you'll see. I don't know if that's really going to work, but that's how I see torches work. So.
I think from anybody else.
Of all the grandchildren, where is the little one that we saw from earlier?
Me? She is
67.
Yeah, 67. She is actually separated from the stands a little bit. You see, she was actually with her grandmother, like getting her ready. She has like a little jar where her teeth are probably going to go after this, and it's just sort of getting everything ready to go. And it's kind of looking and kind of yawns. It seems just has this look of disappointment looking at ours.
I would like to make my way over to her and just. Grandmother's doing really well.
Of course, she is.
And as I do this, I would like to cast Charm Person on her.
Whoa.
Yes.
It's Wisdom save DC 15.
Okay. Yeah. She has a positive modifier, and I rolled a 15 on the D20.
Oh.
She looked.
She's also a gnome, so she's advantage.
Yeah.
I was still giving it a shot. You can't win a fight if you don't give it a shot.
Rough.
Yep.
Stares at you, like kind of cracks her neck just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away now. I get that. If I'm watching your grandmother, I can't imagine what she taught you. Ours, it's all up to you. I'm out of ideas.
Here, what she is going to grab your wrist really quickly because he did not enjoy that. And see here. This goes tit for tat, and I need a wisdom save.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my heroic inspiration to roll. That'd be a 27 with a natural 20.
27. You see what almost looks like black insects try to crawl up your arm, and you're able to resist, and they mount. She goes, now we're even, and you may go.
All right.
All right. Anyone else?
You try to charm her. She tries to frickin' the mummy you with the scarabs.
okay.
I'm concentrating. That's what I'm doing.
How many rounds are left for that?
It's only been like 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. I'm just double checking, making sure we guys just have a little bit of fun here with everything. So,
I've got an idea now.
yeah, it's up. Cause she had just hit you, so it's your turn. No, wait. Where was that?
Yeah.
It's our turn. Okay.
Yeah, she took slingshots at me.
There you go.
So Ars growls and he says, I guess I'm just going to have to throw everything I've got at this. Here we go. And then he is going to reach into himself and pull out something new that he didn't know that he really had before, but he's trying to draw on his ancestry to give him a little help right now. And he yells out, Umbra ad Salem! And he is going to all of a sudden flash as angelic spirits flit and swirl around him in a 15-foot emanation.
Ooh,
He's casting Spirit Guardians.
very nice.
Let's see. And he is going to fly down 40 feet. So he's now 60 feet in the air.
Okay.
And so what is the radius of the darkness? It's 15 feet in every direction, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So 15 feet up. Yeah. So he is going to fly. He's as a dash action from the haste. He's going to fly down and hover over the darkness as the spirits are going to enter into the darkness.
So you're coming. So you're going all the way down.
He's going. Yeah, he's
To
right
15
over.
feet above.
Yeah, but he has a 15-foot emanation.
Right.
Yeah.
Over a 30-foot. Yeah. Because this is out 30. So 15 foot within you. Unless you're going right in unless you're going all the way down on the ground.
He's not. He's okay. Well, I'm trying to picture this. So he has a 15-foot emanation. The darkness is a 15-foot radius. He
Right.
is flying down to just right over the
Right.
top.
So
of
you
the
only
darkness.
take up about half of it.
Well,
If you're up top.
He's 16 feet up into the air, so it goes 15 feet down, doesn't it? It goes 15.
Right. You're right. I'm just saying that from the way that it's going down, it's not going to take up 30 feet of room.
It's going to take up like half of the darkness, yeah. But it's from the top. Oh, and she is super short. Dang. Okay. Yeah, I see. So she probably... No, okay. So he's... Take that into account. He's going to fly, I'd say... Yeah, I'd say he's hovering 30 feet above, like, the ground, and
Okay.
he's over the. So he's 10. Yeah, he's 15 feet over the
She's got
darkness.
hovering, just out of waiting for her to come get him again.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's going to be his turn. This is
30 feet above the
very
ground. You said you got it. So it sort of moves and rises and comes right into your space, blinding you.
low. Okay.
And yeah, she's going to risk it as you're going to feel her fists on your chin, but she has to make her wisdom save.
Yeah.
22.
That succeeds, but she still takes half.
Roll, please.
All right. So, how does the extra damage add on from Radiant Soul work? Is it also halved, or is it added on after regardless?
Is Rachel attacks or is it all damage?
Racial feature.
It's all
When you
damage.
deal damage.
Your damage, yeah. I would, yeah. So I would say it's rolled into the half. So roll all the dice together.
Okay. So I guess the total then would be 19. So it's halved.
It's a 9.
She takes 9. Radiant.
Got it. All right. So.
Extreme.
Okay, so she will strike with advantage. Natural 20.
He's gonna lucky that.
Is lucky in reaction to being hit?
It's not a reaction.
It's just when you are hit.
Yeah, it says when a creature rolls a d20 for an attack roll against you, can spend a luck point to impose disadvantage on that roll. But
Before results, my friend, unfortunately. Right?
okay, fine. All right.
So she's going to hit. That's when you want to be like, boom, lucky. So. All right. That is going to be 11 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Ours is bloody. He's hurt.
Okay. She's going to go ahead and knock you 5 down. And she's going to try to stun. So give me that con save, please.
All right. And he's going to lucky this.
You got it.
Oh, he didn't even need it again. Yeah. So, yeah, he got a 25.
Perfect. All right. And
Takes it like a champ. He's bruised.
So, okay, yep. So, second attack for 23 to hit.
Hits.
And then this point, yep, should do 2 more. So I'll just get them all out of the way here. Ooh. Only a 14.
That misses.
And then, oh wow, 15. I think that misses too. So only 1 more hit. For 6 force damage.
Wait, so that one hits? What? What hits?
One of them hit.
What hit?
One of them did. I can't see the thing, but I rolled high. It was like 24 or something.
Oh.
And
6
with
force damage?
yes, 6 force. You can feel her fall away.
All right. So she falls away. The darkness goes with her. So it looks like the darkness went
The
up.
darkness does not go with her. You are in darkness and blind currently.
What is the darkness focused on?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you, I have it. I promise I have it covered.
All right. Okay.
No, that's something I'm happy to explain. I just
I know. I get it. because I've been in that exact situation as a DM for my
All right.
cousins.
And actually, as what we were doing before, everyone gets to go. I'm kind of doing this so that between the rounds, you get to think a little bit too.
Yeah,
So,
I
so
understand.
while everyone gets to go, you can have a thought here. That's why I changed it to after her turn. So everybody, what do you want to do?
I am totally shooting myself in the foot right now, but I have concentration saves to make.
Yeah, go ahead and make those. Everyone else wants you to anything you all want to do.
Where did Obi go?
Definitely succeeds on both of them.
Because I'm looking around for my brother.
You would see me at some point coming back from the granddaughter.
What did you do?
I tried to convince her to convince the grandmother that she should just go easy on ours.
I think this is the kindest this old lady has probably ever been to one of her fights.
Yeah. It's all right. I found out the granddaughter's a little in the top two and tried to like send a bunch of bugs up me.
Wait, so you casted a spell on her, it failed, and then you expected her to not retaliate violently?
Yeah, we're even now. Don't worry. Nothing happened.
Oh, okay. You just seemed surprised that she tried to harm you in return.
It's one of those things that, you just try to hope that it works out for everybody. Hey, can you look into the darkness really quick because I can't see in there? Do you see a small plate with a little like circle like this big of a piece of chalk?
Hey, wait. For the record, for the emanation, all creatures other than her are exempt. So if it's like a familiar or something, yeah, it's not affected.
I'm gonna look for this thing that Obi is trying to point out.
Well, so incidentally, because of the way the spell is now, there's just an orb of darkness, and it's just sort of hovering above the ground now, so you actually can clearly see your trap.
Oh, okay. There's nobody sitting around with like a candle or a torch, is there?
I mean, there's torches all around. It's the grand fires. There's flame.
Oh, all right.
Readily available.
Cal, can you come here really quick? And I'm going to be like pointing to the beam that looks like if it fell, it might add into the arena accidentally if, somebody was drunk and pushed somebody like me into it. As I look at my brother, trying to hint to him to shove me into the beam.
You did what?
So they're having you shoved where?
I want him to shove me into the beam. I'm hoping that I can knock it over from the impact so that it
so like
falls.
the torch, so it falls down.
Yeah, and then it'll fall onto the trap.
My gosh, give me an athletics check.
Me or him?
You.
Oh.
Calder can give me a deception check.
If Oz falls out of the air right now, I can't catch
it. 16 for the athletics.
Natural 20 for 27 deception.
This is gold.
This is twin brother work.
So you're making this beam fall into the arena.
Yep.
Okay, side torch. Ooh. I'm trying to understand because it's not like she's on it. It's just going to shoot up straight. What do we?
Oh no! I want the beam to hit because when the trap goes off, it goes. The powder says it goes into a 10-foot radius.
I gotcha.
The poison popper.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get the poison popper to go off.
Okay, perfect. So
with some flame because it's also an oil flask.
Well, that's the idea is that the flame hits, the lamp pops, and then it shoots up.
This is going to work. It goes up. Everyone thinks this was just a crazy deal.
Too bad the save's like a 13 con.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Because of the way this does it, she gets to do a dex save first because of the way the trap's set up. In which she gets a 22. So she's definitely out of the fire. I will also let her do a con for the poison. For fun here, because why not? For 16.
That was actually close.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Anything else?
Celicus, if Oz falls right now, I don't think I can catch him.
That's why I've been prepared to launch myself forward to catch him every single moment.
Can you see him?
No, but
Okay.
I can attempt.
Perfect. Whisper, anything?
Yeah. Whisper would like to get Sammy to convert into a trunk. So she'll say, Sammy, will you please turn into a trunk for me?
Ooh. Yeah.
So she's going to put in 3 arrows of slaying, Dragon Slayer short bow.
Okay.
Just going to say, thank you, Sammy, and give him some dry jerky.
Very good. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Seven.
Fantastic. All right. So, ours, to go back to you.
All right. So Ars grunts. He's starting to kind of feel it. But once again, he draws in on his inner radiance and begins rapidly recovering. And as a bonus action, he is going to cast Arcane Vigor.
Okay.
He's going to roll 2 of his hit die. Oh wow, and I rolled really low. He heals 9, though. In total.
All right. Anything else?
Yes. He is then going to take the dash action, because that was a bonus action, and then he's going to use the disengage action from haste. And he is going to fly down into the darkness, all the way down to the ground, and then he is going to fly. He's going to go down, and then go forward and fly out of the darkness. He's going to go down. I'd say 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Cool.
swoop.
So
And
come
swoop down.
Swoop down, swoop out 100%.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to make a wisdom save.
Yes. He does.
I still don't see you attacking.
All right, she does get a dirty 20.
Okay. And she is going to take. So that's 21 radiant. She gets to have that to 10.
Yes.
He does that. It would go,
Incidentally, your light spell is gone.
all right, so he would take notice of that. All right. Okay.
Then
how
how
much-
high up are you ending up there within your movement?
That's what I was getting ready to ask. How much of that movement would it take to do the swoop?
Well, so you were 30. You wanted to get 10 above, so 20 feet. Then you figure another 10 out, so 30. So you're 10 feet above the ground at 30. So what do you want to do?
He's going to fly up another 50 feet.
Okay.
No. He's going to fly up another 30 feet.
Before ours makes that go up, can I use my reaction and channel divinity to use my draconic ward on him that gives him resistance to all damage for 1 turn?
Yeah.
He would be down. That's what I would see to do it.
Yeah, sounds good. You,
Cool.
that's a reaction. Is it a
Yeah.
reaction movement? Okay, cool.
All right. And
Very good. So you're going to be 30 feet above the ground then.
No, he's going to fly up another 30 feet, so he's 40 feet
40
above
feet.
the ground.
40 feet. You got it.
And then that's his turn. He
You
looks
got
down.
it. See, the darkness moves right to you. And
What is this thing?
she will go ahead. You feel her fist next to you. It's Granny Night, man. Here we go. That is 22 to hit.
That hits.
All right.
She takes that radiant again.
Correct. So we'll keep it the same. I'm just going to go ahead and do her save. For 19, which I think passes.
Yeah.
So take
So-
it.
I think that she takes 7 radiant.
Okay.
Also, don't forget, her movement speed is halved while she's in the image.
She's not moving. All right. So she's trying to, and then that is going to be 12 bludgeoning damage. She does put you down to 5, and we'll have you please save against a stun.
All right. He's out of luckies now. And that's a 21.
Very cool. Then you feel her wrap her body around you, and I need you to resist a grapple.
Uh-oh. That's like, Granny?
So that is either a Dex or Strength, I believe, save.
Would he get advantage on an acrobatics check since he has haste, or
No, because you're blinded.
Hasted is advantage on dex save.
Oh, on Dex save. There you
he
go.
does have advantage on this? All right. All right. Yeah, he's gonna make an acrobatics check for an at 1.
Okay. So, got you, and therefore you both fall down.
Close for comfort, miss. And he braces for impact.
14 bludgeoning damage from the fall.
That is just enough.
And it gets resistance, right?
Does.
Oh, so actually he's still in it.
Yeah.
He's severely hurt. He's slammed into the ground.
Very cool. Boom, prone. And
Yeah,
she raises another fist, because now they're both out of the darkness, as she goes to pummel his face.
Yeah, and he failed on his concentration save, so the spirit guardians are gone.
Okay.
He looks up into the darkness. He sees nothing, but he feels the blows, and he
Yeah.
just kind of braces, tries to protect his.
And then the
protect
light
himself.
finally hits as you're down here looking up at the orb of darkness. As a fist comes to your head, you're able to move your head just enough so she misses. And that's her turn. What do y'all want to do?
So the darkness is gone.
No, you just fell out of it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Oh,
at least
yeah.
he's on the ground now, Lark.
Yeah, so the rest of you just saw the darkness kind of fly up. The orb has been flying around the battlefield.
Yep, we didn't really catch him, did we? Oh,
At least we didn't need to. Imagine if he fell from 80 feet in the air.
that'd have been bad, yeah.
I'm gonna make my way to the side of the arena, and I'm gonna look at my little stone and look at ours and look through it, and I'm going to prepare spare the dying, so that when
He-
ours.
he just,
Oh, he's
Oh no, I know. I'm
you're
just
just getting ready.
getting it ready as my ready to action. That when he gets knocked out, I will cast Spare the Dying because I have to just be 30 feet away now. So.
All right. So ours has like some like golden blood, like coming down the side of his face, and he's just got this kind of like, I guess it's like a light smirk. It's like a half smile, a nervous half smile. It's like he knows that he's lost, but he's gonna like keep going till he can't no more.
Cool. Anything else from anybody else? All right, ours, your turn.
Brave of you to come out of the dark. Well, I guess it's me or you. And he is going to swing at her as hard as he possibly can, using his true striking.
Okay.
With the Staff of Adders. And then he's also going to use his bonus action. He's going to cast Arcane Vigor. Once again, he's rapidly healing, but she hits so hard and so fast that his regeneration can only buy him time.
Let's go.
Oh, wow. Max healing. So in an instant, many of his bruises begin to close up, and he looks like he's in much better fighting condition, like in moments. And the Staff of Adders flares up with argent light and fire as he's going to attempt to smack at her.
Let's go.
He has advantage because of innate sorcery. However, he has a -4 because, exhaustion. Just terrible for him. And that is still a 21 to hit.
Ooh, that will hit her.
And then, as the haste, he's going to take the attack action with haste. He's going to make another normal attack with the Staff of Adders. Using his... let's see. The quarterstaff, do you have to use strength?
Yeah, I don't think it's versatile.
Yeah, so he has advantage, but also a -5 to hit. That's almost a nat 20. Okay, so that is a 15 to hit.
She smiles as she just sort of looks at it as it passes her head.
All right. Now for the damage on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see. Wow, actual minimum damage. Oh, yes, he's really tired. So that is going to be... Oh, wait, then there's the extra 3d6 from the Venomous Head. That is going to be 20 radiant.
Okay. So,
And
because Shushai converts all the damage to radiant.
Yeah.
All right. So, 20 damage. Very good.
And is he able to get out from the grapple, or would that take like an action or something?
That's an action.
Yeah, crap. So he's just there with Granny on top of him, beating him up.
Yeah. She's 100% bloodied. She's like, oh. And she smiles and is loving it. Like, good thing I glued my teeth in. And is...
Oh, I aspire to be as tough as you when I'm your age.
All right. Oh, yeah. Okay. So then as the vision vanishes from before you as the darkness descends. And I guess Calder you see and whisper. No, not whisper anymore.
I
Oh,
haven't been
whisper's
there.
not there. That's right.
Yeah.
So she goes to pummel. So that's 18 to hit.
Just enough, a little over. Yeah,
And 25 to hit.
that hits. Yeah.
And she'll do her third attack for 24 to hit. So
All of those hit.
that is 7 force,
Alright.
6 force, and 6 force.
Okay, so he is back to being really quite hurt. Just where he was before regenerating. So, like, she keeps giving him bruises. He keeps saying no, and then she just keeps giving him more bruises. Probably the best punching bag she's ever had.
Perfect. All right. Anything from the gallery?
With every punch, Celica is like, ooh, ah.
Yeah. You just hear it. You're and there's like spits of golden blood that come out of the orb of darkness.
You think that's real gold?
No, Lord, I think that's blood.
Yes, but is it also gold? Like, have we been
I
sitting
don't
on
think it is.
time? Has our money problems been within him this whole time?
Proud of you for throwing at least one attack in the entire fight.
Well, anything Xanatos?
Nope.
I don't know
Ours-
anything either.
If ours could crit, he could deal so much damage.
You know, there's a higher chance of critting when you take the attack action.
Well, he did. He just took 2 attack action.
Oh, good. Anything else from people?
Whisper's just gonna go to bed.
I will prepare the spare the dying cantrip hit again.
Good. Very cool. All right. Go ahead, then ours.
So, is he in the darkness now?
Yes.
Okay. Would he still have advantage though? Because I mean, she's right on top of him, right?
I
he
mean,
can
no,
deal
it would cancel her out. So,
with it. It's flat roll.
so yeah. So your regular attacks are disadvantaged. True strike would be flat.
Once again, he is going to take 2 swings at her. Damn. Ooh, 24 on one of them.
All right. What was the second attack?
Yeah.
Okay. That was the adder.
So max damage on that one.
So what's coming at her?
So that's going to be 8 poison. Oh, actually, wait. So no, the 24. Wait, hold on. Would not be a 24 to hit. It would be a 19 to hit.
That still hits.
Okay. And 8. Wait, no. 7 bludgeoning. And 8 poison. And 5 radiant.
From radiant, so
Yeah.
Okay. So 7, 8, 5 for a total of 20, right?
Yes.
Okay. Calder, you see her trying to grab this and deflect the attack.
I'm just narrating now in the darkness.
Yeah. So she's able to deflect 19 of that away.
Oh, wow.
With her head. Gah! It doesn't cover all of it, so she can't do her other cool thing. So she'll take 6 damage of that.
She just blocked his staff with her forehead.
And he can't move, so he can't really use his mobility advantage. Not that it's not that much of an advantage against her anyway, but yeah. That's him. He's a sitting duck.
Got it.
This is it. Probably.
All right. So I definitely have a hit with a 24. Then I got a miss and 23. So I think that's 2 hits. So that's 9 force.
He's done. He's out like a light.
So coming out, the darkness kind of ends as she finally gets her last hit, and her other one's already coming in, so she forces 2 death saves.
Oh, wow.
As the spell from Orion, what's it look like for you to save his life?
As this happens, I'm like looking through the little thing, and all of a sudden I see ours illuminate in the middle of there, and I just press out, and as I do, I got a little spell thing for that one. And I just say, all good things must come to an end, but not for you today.
Okay, then hold on. So he does that, and that triggers arcane. That triggers remarkable recovery.
It's not healing. It's
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. When he's stabilized, he regains hit points equal to his con mod. So he just wakes back up.
Okay. Very good. As you wake up after, and a bunch of the gnome family tear Granny off of you, and they go, Granny night. And Arju, do you feel another like quick from Granny as if she shoves something underneath your tunic?
He doesn't. He's not wearing a shirt.
Well, I kept it PG.
All right. He's just like laying there flat on his back in a pool of his own blood, the ground kind of broken underneath, and he's just like staring up, wide-eyed.
About concentration.
and then he just like goes extra, like, yeah, he stops breathing for a moment as the concentration ends. He's too tired to even breathe. And then he resumes. Ow.
Just gonna walk out over ours, look down at him. How you feeling there?
Enlightened.
So, you've learned that might not be a good idea to attack old ladies?
I didn't attack her, and I had a lot of fun.
I mean, that's true. There was quite some time before you actually attacked her. But
sure.
as I know, but I'll kneel down next to you, and I'll put my hand on you, and I will cast Channel Divinity, and I will heal you for 8 HP.
Okay, so you do this, and you notice he takes to the positive energy much better than a normal person would. So you see several bruises just disappear, although he's still very, very rough looking. Oh.
All right, get your staff, use it like a cane, help you up. I'll give you a lift.
Slowly sits up.
I know she just almost killed you, but I think it'd be polite that we at least do a final handshake between the two of you.
Yeah.
Just kind of Granny Knight, 67. Can we do at least a friendly handshake?
Oh yeah, it was kind of like, that was amazing. I have been bled so long. Good job, child.
I'm glad I had the honor. And he shakes her hands. Still got golden blood all over him. Wow, you're one tough woman.
Watch it. You will have a different type of rumble later. Keep talking like that.
You know what? I would like to do this again. One day, I'm going to get stronger. And I'll beat you for sure.
That's not what she meant.
I say to the others, if he'd thrown more than 5 attacks in the entirety of that, he might have actually won.
Maybe I'm too passive.
I didn't say that to you. You're with Obi. I was saying to Seleucus, Alaric, and Xanatos.
He kind of gives he smiles, but it's like a pained smile. He smiles at her.
I mean,
one eye closed.
It was he got there in the end, so it was a learning experience. It was it was.
I used to hate violence, but I think I like it. That's what I'm finding. Is that bad?
Takeaway?
Huh?
Well, yes. I'll finish ritual casting Tensor's Floating.
Hey, Ars, if you're going to use really cool, finishing lines, like light always defeats darkness, just in the future, use it before you actually knock them out. It's not, you don't really want to start the fight with that. You want to end that. That's how you end the fight.
Okay, noted.
Yeah. As I'm helping Ars away. Oh, go ahead.
No, it hurts to talk. You're fine.
I'm gonna look at 67 and just put up a fist for a fist bump. We're good, right?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, I was talking to 67.
He's concussed. It's
yeah, I'm aware.
7 does the bump ha.
All right, I need to talk to your grandmother because she is amazing. Alaric, once you have that good, we'll lay him down. We'll drag him back.
Yeah, we just lay him down on the floating disc and glide him back to the camp.
Ars refuses to get on the disc. He refuses to lay down. He reluctantly sits.
Gotcha. So sits down the disc I can do this, and is moving. Very cool. And gnomes go, and there's a round of beers and drinks that are sent to you by the gnome family. Everybody.
67 beers. What?
It's actually about that because each one's sent around because they just wrote it that way. So there's just there's 6, 7 times 7.
We are gonna die of alcohol poisoning.
Ars is just kind of smiling. He gives a low chuckle. That was really exciting.
I wish I could have seen more of it.
Me too.
And carrying some of the alcohol, 2 flagons in each clawed hand is Sodden Sun, and Seleucus is going to spy them and be like, "Wait a minute! I thought I asked you to stay with Whisper to watch the camp." And then they kind of just look and sip the beer.
Very cool. Yeah, they begin drinking, and they're just going. They're like, "We should take these to the others." See them try to take some up into kind of the mountainous area here, and all moves. Is the celebration, and actually, Grandma and Nee go ahead and drink with all of you as well, because it is a grand thing, and it is everyone's very happy, especially those who got 10% more gold, and everything. And before we kind of end, is any scene or something that anybody wants to put in?
Yeah.
So, and I was going to say, Sage, not so much. We've had a lot of time with ours here. So I'm going to go ahead and give everyone else a little thing before we end, just a chance before we end.
Celicus would specifically go to Xanatos at some point, while like kind of like off to the side a little bit, so it's just them, and he's gonna be like, Xanatos, you were a paladin a lot longer than I was. How much do you know about Cambions?
How much does Xanatos know about Cambions? Because above table, I've never heard that word before.
How much does Xanatos know about Cambions? The one in the window.
I hope that Cambion's for sale.
Go ahead and give me a religion check, please.
10.
10. Yeah, I guess essentially you've first time you've heard of them.
First time I've heard of them.
I know they're fiends of a nature. They do pretty much generally evil deeds. They aren't good in any sense. Ars and I were bonding, talking and stuff, and he had mentioned he was trying to find a Cambion in a taking a revenge kind of sense. I don't know. Similarly, the more information we have about slaying dragons, the easier it is to fight Grimshale. I would think the more information we had about a Cambion, the better it would be. Or the easier, it would be to get rid of one.
Yep, never heard of them. So I can't help.
Well, watching ours fight tonight about how he wants to get stronger. I think he really wants to get stronger to face down this thing. And I'm thinking that after we do all this, I might help him. Would you be willing? Since we came here together?
No, because that kid's magic based, and I think he needs to focus on his magic. He's gonna learn physical. That, like, you're the one, you can definitely help him, but that kid's magic. Use what you have, and that kid has magic. So I think you should go to Alaric or Obi to get more help.
What I'm trying to say, Xanatos, is do you have anything lined up after this?
Oh, no, not at all. I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow. So,
You know, now that I think about it, neither do I. Well, one day at a time then. And Zelgus goes back to the tent, his section of the tent. Space. I don't know. I don't know how we organize the tents.
Right. In all the fervor, I would say as the tents are moving, Alaric and Xanatos, you notice a kind of this folded up slip of parchment fall out of Ars's garments. And he's being congratulated and all these things, and they just kind of quite notice as it whoosh, and just sits there.
I mean, I'll make sure to pick it up.
Yeah.
Is it like all folded up and small, or is it?
So it's like folded up, one fold basically, and it kind of opens as the two of you, like Xanatos, you would be like kind of looking at it as it came to. Was that a nod?
sorry, what? Sorry, I looked up a Cambion and I was
there was a piece of
into
paper
this.
that fell out of Ars's garments, and you said the two of you looked at it. Imagine Arlic was by you and kind of picked it up for the two of you, and just that you were looking at it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm for it.
And it just looks very hastily scribbled, and it says,
It's a love note.
"I'm so sorry. There are idol masters here." And that is where we're end for tonight.
Oh, frick.
Good night,
everyone.